welcome. I'm Kara, and today I wanted to talk about open-ended play, the Children's Museum Great Explorations, which is in St. Petersburg, Florida, and something super duper awesome to do when you go to Great Explorations Children's Museum. So, let's go. So I love children's museums. There's just so much to do for kiddos there. I mean, so many hands-on exploratory activities and great activities for open-ended play. And you can even have them develop social skills while they're playing with other children at the museum. So I mentioned open-ended play. Like, what the heck is open-ended play? Well, simply put, open-ended play is when children have the opportunity to play with different materials and they aren't given a set of limitations by those materials. I think that children's museums tend to do a great job at leaving the play open for the kiddos that attend. Even though, like Great Explorations, they have different themed areas, they provide really great tools and toys for the kids to play, to use their imagination and their creativity. So, for instance, at Great Explorations, a kiddo could go put on a fire jacket, put on a fire hat, pretend they're a firefighter. They can go over to the veterinarian area, grab a little kitty cat, and then right next door there's my little ones using their imagination over here playing. But anyway, they could take that little kitty cat toy, bring it over, and they could pretend to be saving their kitty cat from the tree house right there. They could go over to the block section, the little engineering section that they have. They could go use a block and a stick to make a microphone and then walk over and pretend to be a singer on stage in the theater section. They had so many opportunities, even art and music exploration, different sensory areas to where the kids really could just use their imagination and play. Let me show you an example of what I mean about open-ended play and what materials you could use for the open-ended play. So say blocks. Blocks are a great open-ended toy because you could do so many things with blocks, making towers and buildings and roads, and there's just so much that a kiddo could make with blocks. Now this wooden puzzle is great. I love this puzzle, but it's not an open-ended toy because there is a specific purpose, a limitation per se on this toy. You are using it to match and learn shapes. So it's not open-ended, but still a great toy. Let's see. This painting of an owl that my daughter recently did. This is great. Like, I loved it. The ink was already on the paper, so literally I just had to provide water. But this isn't an open-ended activity or painting activity. If I provided a blank piece of paper with some paint or in a paintbrush and let's let her paint whatever, that's open-ended. Or if I provided tissue paper and glue and had her create something with the tissue paper and glue on the paper, that would be an open-ended activity. So just because a toy might not be open-ended doesn't mean it's not a great toy, but we really, as parents and teachers, want to develop the imagination and creativity of our children because that helps them later on in life. So by providing open-ended materials, that will do that, ultimately help us achieve that goal. Okay, so some other examples of open-ended toys or materials that you could provide for your child would be, let's see, rocks and sticks and art materials, craft materials, dress-up materials, sensory play activities, including like sand and beans and rice with little toys in there. Definitely blocks and Legos, any type of building materials, like Lincoln logs and stuff. Peg plays. There's so many options, and just really great to provide for your kiddos. So with that said, let's jump over to Ava and see what her favorite part of Great Explorations is. Ava, what was your favorite part of the Children's Museum that we just went to?
The sand pot and the veterinarian pot.
And why were those your favorite?
Because they're fun.
Yeah, and what did you do? Play? Both of our girls loved going there. They had such a great time. I'll actually show you a clip in just a minute. But first, I want to talk about something that I thought was super cool that just so happened to be right next door to Great Explorations. So it's a place called Sunken Gardens. So if you go to Great Explorations, I highly recommend that you pack your lunch and go to Sunken Gardens and have a little picnic in there. It was an amazing place, a little gem in the heart of a big bustling city. And literally you walk into these gardens and you feel like you were transported into another place. It was very relaxing and calming after a very busy time in the museum with children running around everywhere. But we got to go in there, have our lunch. We went and walked around and learned a lot about plants and horticulture and animals. They had animals in there too. So check that out in the video right now. Thank you so much for joining me again today. If you would like more information about great explorations, Sunken Garden, or open-ended play, then I would invite you to come and check out the blog post for this video at passioninthepurpose.com. I will link it down below. Also, if you're new here, then please hit subscribe so you will stay up to date with more content from our family and educational resources. So thank you so much, and we'll see you next time. Bye.